life, Earth's masterpiece, was formed from the ingredients and conditions produced after the creation of the solar system. The formation of the Earth's moon was one of the most important conditions leading to the creation of life. The moon stabilized Earth's rotation, and the collision between the Earth and the ancient Mars-sized body that formed the moon also imparted Earth with a large metallic core, creating a magnetic field which shielded the Earth from harmful energetic radiation. Complex chemicals such as RNA and DNA then laid the building blocks for life. Additionally, the presence of liquid water brought together all of these conditions to create a chemical mixing pot from which life had all the right ingredients to arise. Liquid water formed an environment protected from fierce solar radiation, where many different complex chemical elements could intermix and mingle to create new forms of complexity, producing the perfect environment for life to emerge around 600 million years after the formation of the Earth. Eventually, life did arise on Earth during the Archean Age, the earliest period of life on Earth that lasted from 2 to 2.5 billion years ago. Many of these early forms of life produced their energy using photosynthesis, which is the way that modern plants produce energy. As these early photosynthesizers produced oxygen as a byproduct, the Earth's atmosphere soon became rich with the gas. All of this oxygen caused the oxygen holocaust, which was the unfortunate side effect of the sudden increase of oxygen in the atmosphere that caused the death of many different life forms. Most to all of this early life was prokaryotic, but then 1.7 billion years ago, eukaryotic life forms appeared. Then, 6 million years ago, during the Cambrian explosion, larger, more complex, and more energetic forms of life flourished. The creation of mammals is also included in the Cambrian explosion, and, after the extinction of dinosaurs from the gargantuan meteor which impacted the Earth near the modern Yucatan Peninsula, mammals were able to become the dominant species on Earth. Eventually, humanity's ancestors diverged from the ancient lineage of modern chimps 4 to 7 million years ago. Our ancient lineage first lived in forested areas. Because of this, they developed depth perception, hands, and large brains, all incredibly important factors for the eventual rise of intelligence. Over long periods of time, and because of the changing climate, our ancestors developed bipedalism, which allowed for them to traverse greater distances over flat terrain. These ancestors were called hominids and included Homo habilis. Homo habilis were among the first of our ancestors to develop tools. Tools enabled early humans to hunt more efficiently, leading to richer and more nutritious diets, which helped to boost their energy intake. This provided extra energy to be supplied to the development of the brain, leading to increasing brain size. Within the last 500,000 years, there is evidence of a shift towards symbolic language. Established human languages first appeared around 200,000 to 250,000 years ago. Because of the rise of symbolic language, humanity was able to develop collective learning, which is a uniquely human ability to allow the transfer and storage of information between individuals and communities as a whole. It was brought about by the development of powerful brains in powerful, precise, and versatile symbolic languages. Collective learning is so powerful because it allows our species to connect with one another in new ways, and to adapt to new and diverse environments without changing genetically. It also allowed information to be passed from generation to generation. Armed with collective learning, humanity began to leave their ancestral homeland in Africa and venture into new lands after 100,000 BC. Humans first established a presence in the Middle East, then moved to Europe and Inner Asia from 40,000 years ago. After 13,000 BC, humans first entered the Americas. Humans at this time lived as hunter-gatherers, gleaning their existence from the food sources that they could gather from their land. These early foragers were nomadic and had flexible, movable accommodations. But after the ending of the last ice age, humanity began to slowly shift towards agriculture. During the 7,500 years between 11,500 BC and 4,000 BC, agricultural communities started to appear in at least 3 different regions around the world. Between 11,000 and 9,000 BC, nearly 8 species of plants were domesticated in the Fertile Crescent. Several main factors led to the rise of agriculture. One of the most prominent was climate change. A warmer climate helped to facilitate the growth of crops in wider areas. Population growth also had a major impact because it forced communities of foragers in some regions to exploit smaller areas for their food. Also, areas with species that were easily domesticated also helped facilitate the rise of agriculture. In addition, settling down in one place and abandoning nomadicism helped lead to the establishment of villages and agrarian lifestyles. In regions like Mesopotamia and the Nile River Valley in Egypt, the populations became so high that communities needed a better way, and newer way of supporting themselves, leading to successful farming communities cropping up in these areas. Eventually, Egypt and Mesopotamia became the centers for the rise of human civilization. Babylon, Sumer, ancient Egypt, Assyria, all of these cultures took root and flourished in these fertile regions, building some of the world's earliest civilizations. This led to the rise of writing, science, culture, and the world as we know it, all because the seeds of change were first planted in these regions.